Okay guys, that it's looking better. It's going better. We're just gonna keep practicing, okay? Pay attention to what you're doing, okay? I'm gonna go slow. Pay attention to what you're doing. It's the detail that puts it in there, okay? And I'm gonna go slow so that you can put it in there, all right? The court.
Get out of them.
Please begin questioning Mr. Hill. Attorney 3. Got it? Thank you, Your Honor. Dram, dram. Attorney 3. Question. Left hand. Does everybody have that?
Yes.
Yeah. Please state your full name. Answer. Bob Jones. Question. Where do you live? Answer. 504 Main Street. Attorney 3. No further questions. Court. Any further questions of this witness? Attorney 4. Just briefly, Your Honor. Cram, cram. Attorney 4. Question. What kind of car do you drive? Answer. A Chevrolet. Attorney 4. No further questions. If I messed up on that, it doesn't matter. Court. Any further questions of this witness? Attorney 2. Just briefly, Your Honor. Dram, dram. Attorney 2. Question. Do you recognize this paper? Answer, yes, I do. Attorney 2. Your Honor, I want this marked as plaintiff's exhibit 1. Mark. Got it? Did it come out? Check it. Scroll up, check it. Scroll up, check it.
I have a question. When, like when you say, let me see, at the end of the questioning, when the speaker says, no further questions, Your Honor, how do you know before he says that to put in the speaker versus just another question? You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me give you a little hint. In court, they don't say, Speaker 2, no further questions. They just say no further questions. You have to be on your game, okay? And when he says no further questions, you hit 2, no further questions. You just have to be on your game. You just have to know. And you might hit question and just say no further questions. No big deal. Don't freak out. Instead of the question, you're going to come inside of the answer here. Let's just say that it was a question. Let's just say you marked it down as a question. No big deal. Okay? All you're going to do is come into your speaker list, which is
F2.
F2, and pick your speaker. Okay? Whichever speaker it was. Hang on. I was just trying to make sure I didn't want to mess up my, when it's 0, I mean, it was 1, so it puts it in there. So now you have all of this trash up here, okay? How do you get rid of that? How do you delete a line? Control Y, very good. Boom, boom, boom. Now you're back to normal. You're good.
It's not a big deal.
It's not that big of a deal if you leave it in the question, no further questions. And then the court comes in, anyone have any questions? Attorney 1, no further questions, blah, 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 and then you just go on from there. It's not that big of a deal, okay? You need to try to be on your game when they're speaking, but I mean, this is as you go on. It's more, I want to call it on-the-job training, okay? So that's why it's good to go to court, pay attention, work on your speakers, blah, 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 okay? And your setup. All right? Did everyone check that job that we just did?
What did you do next? Good. Mark did not come.
Your what?
Mark. At the end?
Did you do it?
Yeah.
Have you done it?
We did all these and I don't know what happened. We did them that day, remember?
Back up to the first one. No.
Yeah.
Get off.
Mine's here.
No. Whoa. Both of them.
I'll take home, fix the question.
And then what? You want to put it in?
F2.
No. It's not a speaker.
Oh, no, control E.
Yeah. Enter.
Oh. So we'll do this one, the third one.
You want to make your main?
Yes.
Yes. Push OK. back to what?
I want to be Eddie. I don't want that Mr. Smith. I don't know how I got No, you know how
It's coming up automatically?
Yes.
We'll get out of that job and start a new job. Or is it coming up now in every job?
coming up now every time.
Well, you put it in the main dictionary.
If I go back and do it over? I just changed it right there.
Okay. Like, get it in.
Anyway.
Right. The car.
That's 9.
Dictionary.
Do you want to check this before?
Oh, it's a comment. That's cool.
No, it's a fire. Yeah, it's a blue fire. No,
It will. You didn't really hear and take your breath. April.
yes. That's what color her shirt is.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's big now. Oh. It just hope it doesn't turn tiny. Oh, look at that.
Don't get up.
Orange, that's Mexico. We did.
Yellow, people.
We did Raph. And you got the. Oh, we got the 3 rows.
Can we do it right here?
Oh, no, that was 2 rows.
Just right. Tell me.
Okay, tell me. What tell me? Oh, not fire. It's fire now. No fire now.
Oh.
Where's the fire? Where's it come from? Where's it come from?
You told me the right way.
Oh, wait.
No, it's this far. Oh,
Yeah. Now we're gonna get 3 stars. Cool, we got 3 stars.
Exhibit 1.
That's. Oh, now we're gonna.
Oh, because I'm in this job. Okay.
That's what color that is. It's leaving the other Pokemon card. That was fire, and that was leaf. I'm gonna play that. Go get in the green. Isn't that the green the Ninja Turtle body is? But not the boobies. Ah, maybe lose. Cool, it just bounced. Oh, we got the green right there. Oh, we got bigger. Let me get those. I want to get those.
Everybody else has come up okay.
Oh, it shook me. It shook me. Ah! I was doing.
Bless you.
Huh? I was almost gonna get the fire. I'm gonna do that one again, Mommy. I lost it. I shouldn't get a tiny. I shouldn't get tiny. Oh, I might get 3 bucks. Oh no. Oh, it's big. Look. I'll get this one. Oh no, it's big. No.
All right, everybody's come out okay?
Yes.
Everybody's all right?
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's going to be all for today. We finished the lesson. The only one that was left, I guess we'll go ahead and do the last one. And it's on spell check is what it is. So we'll just do it real quick. And then we'll be done with the lessons. And all we're going to be doing now is practicing.
Let's look at some of the proofreading tools that are built into Total Eclipse. You can start the spell check by clicking on an icon of a toolbar or selecting from the production menu. However, anytime you want to check the spelling of the word your cursor is on, just press Alt-S. And if you're wondering whether 2 words could be properly joined as one, just mark the words and then press Alt-S. Then check the status bar in the lower left corner of your Eclipse program window. When you're ready to spell check your entire document and not just individual words, you can get started by pressing Shift-Alt-S. However, let's see how you can go to the Edit section of your user's...
Guys, you should have this written down in your notes somewhere. Okay? Shift-Alt-S is check the entire document. Or, like I told y'all, if you're at the bottom of the document and you want to check the document, how do you go to page 1? Excellent. How do you go to page? Alt-G. Alt-G. And then push 1, enter. Guys, holy cow. And I know, I mean, we're covering a lot of stuff. I get it. But whenever you have free time, you need to be reading your notes. All of this stuff that we've been going over, go over it ad nauseum. Okay? Just keep going over and over. And even if you think you have it, you probably don't. So just keep going over it and have your computer open and do this stuff. Oh, gee. 1, go to. Now you're at page 1. You know what? Now I want to go down to the bottom of the document. I don't know how many pages there are. Alt-G, 999. Hit enter. It'll take you down to the document and it'll tell you how many pages are down here on the bottom. Just practice that. Okay? Go to the top of the page, which is what?
Go
Alt-G, 1.
What?
You even got it already. And then so right here you can do that. What is it? Shift-Alt? Shift-Alt-S?
For the whole page?
Or you can just come up here and do this and hit spell check. And it'll just start spell checking it for you. And it's going to go through that whole document. Okay? That's how you check your whole document. Guys, I do this on every job. I don't care if you're in 40 words a minute and it's that many lines. I check it anyway because the little things could keep you from passing a test, and you're gonna miss a test because you misspelled something when all you had to do was go up there and spell check it. You know what, then you probably deserve to not pass that test. with something that easy. Okay? So don't take that chance. Don't take that chance. Okay? How do you spell check one word? Alt S. Get on the word, Alt S, it'll bring it up. Got it?
Shift Alt S. However, let's see how you can go to the Edit section of your user settings and fine-tune the spell checker's behavior. By default, Eclipse checks for several kinds of errors. It also loads the words of your job dictionary in the ignored words list, so it won't have to ask you about them. When you finish spell checking, Eclipse keeps track of the words that you've been ignoring. This is great if you're spell checking several documents in the same case. But if you're switching to a different case, you might want to purge the ignored words. You also have the option to read along with the spell checker. If you use this method, here's where you can control the speed of the cursor. Basically, you'll be reading along for context while you let the computer catch things like double words or too many spaces between words.
We've already gone over this, so I'm not really stopping it a whole lot, okay? Like the purged words, the next time I use that will be the first time I use that. Really? It's not really completely necessary, okay? That's why I'm not stopping on it. I'm teaching you the basics of what you need to learn to get a job out. And this is it, okay? So like when you have two words right here, you want to delete space. So pick space, change, it automatically does it. It could be 3 lines in there, and it's gonna know how to put it back together. It doesn't matter how many spaces are in there. It's gonna know what to do. So all you have to do is do space, okay?
Are words to ignore? Are double questions?
So it's going to pick all this stuff up. Double answers, double questions, double words.
Double entendre.
Huh?
Nothing.
What did you say?
Nothing.
So like when they say that and that, and it's in a sentence. I can't think of anything right now. Did he say that that thing was there before he hit it? You see how it does go together, but it's gonna pick up that, okay? And then it's gonna ask you, well, you need to read the context. Don't automatically just push OK, or don't automatically push delete. Always read the context of what you're in before you change it, okay?
Of course, you do not have to read along with the spell checker. And if you're looking for an even faster method, you might consider list errors, which is the subject of a separate presentation.
Which we're not gonna do. We're not even gonna do the list errors. You don't really need to know all of that. So see how, you know, if you had Box, say it was Mr. Box, and he spells it B-O-X-X. Well, one, it's gonna be capitalized. But one, it's gonna come up, then it's an error. Okay? That's not an error. That's the way he spells it. But it's gonna ask you, it always gives you a list of what it thinks that you might want to put in there. It always thinks that when something is different, it always thinks that you messed up. So now it's thinking for you. So if this is correct, what do you do?
Ignore.
Ignore. Just ignore. Or you know what? If you know that it's right, and you know that it's the deposition of Mr. Box, and it's in there about 748 times, you're not going to want to list it every time as ignore. Just ignore all. Okay? Got it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. But let's just say that it was that, and you accidentally wrote box, B-O-X-X. Well, it's going to pick it up when you do your spell check. Okay? All you have to do is click on this, highlight it, change, and it's going to change it automatically. That's it. Or let's just say, well, I don't know what the definition of box is. I don't know if it's correct. We'll come down here, definition. Then it's going to give you the definition of what box is. You know? rectangular thing or a square thing that holds items, blah, blah, blah. You know, and it's gonna go through the whole definition thing. You can do all of these things with this thing. You can delete it, add it. I wouldn't mess with those things too much, but you can, okay? Okay, that's it. That was all a spell check. Spell check a word, spell check the document. That's it. No big deal, okay? How to change it, how to ignore it, ignore all. Not that big of a deal. Got it?
Got it.
Any questions about what we've done so far? On anything? Any of this dictation stuff, anything? Guys, watch this video again and do that stuff again. And just keep doing it and doing it and doing, or you know what? Write it down. Write down attorney 1. Or, you know, the court. You know, please begin questioning Mr. Hill. Attorney 1. And write this whole thing with lunch, mark exhibit, approach the bench, any of those things, and practice those things on your machine. We're gonna be practicing them. We are. But I'd like to not be spending as much time as we are on ridiculous little things. Not ridiculous, because sometimes it may not be in your dictionary. It may not have been, we may have put it in there, it may not be in there. It's doing some crazy things. I'm gonna stay after class and work with some of the students because some of their things are doing crazy stuff. So practice this stuff for a reason, because if it's not coming up right, then we need to mess with it and make sure that it's correct, okay? It could be something that we did or you did whenever you globaled it. It could be something that's wrong with the block file. It could be any of a number of things, okay? And those of you that are doing it online, I got with Stenograph, and there is a way to be able to do it. So what you need to do is you need to send me your email. Just send me a real simple email, Mr. Zarate, send me the block files. And I'm gonna send you the block files, and then you have to call support and then have them load it into your block files and have them help you create a block file. And then put it in your block files, and then all of these things that we've done as far as block files, you need to put them in your folder. All right, guys, you have to be here for the final. So those of you that do it online, you have to be here for the final. Make arrangements to be here, or make an arrangement with me somehow, some way. I don't know how we're gonna do it. I mean, so unless something is really going on, or you're 800 miles away that you can't be here, you need to call me and we need to figure something out, because if not, you need to be here. And the final's probably gonna last, it's probably gonna take you an hour and a half, I would say, at least an hour to probably do it, okay? There's gonna be 6 people, there's gonna be 5 other people here with me. Actual people here, okay? So now you're gonna have to really start paying attention, because now it's not gonna be, I'm gonna tell you this is attorney 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna have them in line. I'm gonna try to make it as simple as I can, okay? It's gonna be the court, witness, attorney 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna go extremely slow so that you know how to do this. We're gonna be practicing coming up to it, but you're gonna have to know how to do it. I'm not gonna be telling you, this is attorney 1, that's attorney 4. And it's just kind of in between. And they're gonna say, you know, I may come in and I may say, yeah, we're gonna go to lunch at this time. There's gonna be a pause because you need to put something in there, okay? I'm not gonna tell you lun, okay? Or I'm gonna say, or the attorney's gonna say, you know what? Your Honor, I want this exhibit marked. Pause. Mark, mark. So there's reasons for this, okay? And we're gonna take the time to do it. Got it? So I want to give you kind of an example of what the final is gonna be like. Okay? And within about the next week or so, we're gonna start doing it to where you're gonna get on a clean page. I'm gonna dictate to you, and then we're gonna put in the title pages, and I'm gonna show you how to fix the title pages. Okay? That'll probably take about 3 weeks. So, got it? Any questions about anything? Guys that are online, please send me that email as soon as you can. Okay? I don't remember how many people are doing it online. I don't know how many people were doing it online, came in, got the block files or whatever, but you need those block files and you need this stuff reading in pretty quick. Okay? So send me an email. Got it? All right. See you on Wednesday.